Hey guys, so it seems like the 550 hype isn't dying anytime soon, especially with Amélie d'Or announcing even more colorways and a plethora of general release colorways still set to release in 2022. Because a lot more people are probably going to start buying them, I thought it'd be helpful to kind of do a side-by-side comparison of the general release colorways to the kind of one of the higher reselling collaboration pairs. So that way, if you decide to go ahead and buy the higher priced, higher hype pair, you know exactly kind of what you're getting for that extra money. This is pretty important because, let's be honest, can you actually tell me all the differences between this general release red pair versus the Amélie d'Or pair? The biggest thing I want you to walk away with is, should you cough up the extra $200 for the extra collaboration piece? In this video, we'll go ahead and go over high-level differences and similarities between the two shoes, including opinions on sizing and comfort, how I think these will go ahead and wear and tear, and finally, just a quick summary of my overall takeaways comparing them side by side. So getting into high-level differences between the two shoes, so the first one is definitely the leather quality. So even though people keep on saying that the leather quality is better on the ALD pair and the collaboration pairs in general, they don't really show you what the leather grain actually looks like. So this is basically what the leather looks like on the Amélie d'Or pair. And then here's what the leather looks like on the general release pair. Because the ALD pair definitely has a softer, more supple leather, it'll be a lot more forgiving compared to the general release pair in terms of sizing and kind of breaking in time. Comfort-wise, you'll get the same comfort out of either pair. They both have the same exact Ortholite insole, with some differences in the graphics between them. Maybe the ALD pair will be slightly easier to break in because the leather quality is a little bit better, but that's really the main difference. They're both very heavy shoes with a very cushioned insole. A distinctive difference between the two shoes is the relatively vintage outsole on the Amélie d'Or pair compared to the general release pair. You can definitely say that this outsole is a little bit more cream compared to the kind of that same bright white that you get from the general release pair. Along with the same theme of vintage, you can see it on the logos of the general release pair made out of this plasticky type vinyl with these kind of horizontal lines going across them, compared to the ALD pair with a nice cracked leather on it. With extra laces, the ALD pair comes with two extra pairs of laces, both one in an off-white color and then one that actually matches the colorway of the shoe, whereas the general release pair just kind of comes with the laces that are in the box. Now getting into the more minute differences, in terms of logo, the patch logo on the general release pair have this bouncing basketball logo, and then the patch logo on the ALD pair basically has the same exact graphic, but with a New York apple on it, as well as Amélie d'Or written across the top, as well as an ALD logo on the back of the heel instead of the standard New Balance logo as well. In terms of opinion on how these will go ahead and wear and tear, if we're talking about which pair will definitely stay fresh the longest, I'll actually have to give the edge to the general release pair. You know, even though we like to go ahead and say that the leather quality is really good on the ALD pair versus the general release pair, because the general release pair has this plasticky finish on it, it'll last a lot longer against scuffs, dirt, and anything else, compared to the more supple, natural leather on the ALD pair. An example that I like to use is basically how the 2012 white cement 4s kind of stack up against the 2016 white cement 4s. Because the 2012 pair had a thicker plastic coat on them, they actually ended up lasting a lot longer on foot and after wear compared to the 2016 higher leather quality pair. I know that might sound like blasphemy, especially because the 2016 pair have the Nike Air on the back, but I think we're talking about how they hold up over time. Now getting into takeaways. I think overall, you really can't go wrong with either pair and think that the collaboration pair is definitely worth it if you can hit on them for retail, but definitely don't think it's worth the somewhat astronomical resale prices. I think the general release pairs are definitely more than enough to kind of get you the same look, and if the cream or vintage accents really matter to you that much, you can go ahead and just actually buy a vintage marker from Foxtrot or somewhere else, and then go ahead and customize the general release pair to kind of make them look vintage as well. Well, I think that's about it for this video. Please remember to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks everyone.